I love getting on the highway with this bike. This is where this bike thrives. Oh, it just wants to be over here so bad. I know, we're going. I know, we're going. So lately, the GSXR-'s been feeling a lot better. I'm a lot more used to it. I've been riding it almost every day to work, which is nice. I love that transition period from where the motorcycle's like completely brand new to you to then like all of a sudden everything starts clicking into place, everything starts making sense. And the bike feels familiar to you. The bike feels like it's yours. Like, you know, that bond is being created. I really like that transition period, because then that's when the real learning begins. That's when you really not just get familiar. You know, I don't know how to say it, but like that's just like when you can start pushing the bike a little harder, because you want to learn how to do all this stuff. See, highway, this is where this bike is the happiest. Traffic ensues. The last thing I want to do is filter. I'm not really a big fan of filtering. I don't know, people say you do it to keep yourself safe. Some people here are crazy, man. Like, I don't know. One person really won't like that you're doing it. They'll toss their entire car in front of you. It's just not worth it. I am so bored. I hope I don't overheat. Anyways, so after that disaster of the highway run, I'm gonna be taking the little GSXR over to the Suzuki dealership. It's got some recalls apparently. The previous owner was kind enough to let me know about him, but he wasn't, you know, smart enough to go take him, to go get him taken care of. One of them was about the brake master cylinder, like just randomly losing a ton of braking power. I'm like, dude, like, come on. Brakes is like your #1 most important thing on this bike. Like, that's not an incentive to go. And then the other one was something about like the adjuster in the back just not doing its job properly, and then like the chain randomly just popping off. Like, bro. So Suzuki is going to they got the parts in today, so we'll go ahead and let them take care of that. And if it was really up to me, I would just go over there, pick up the parts, and do the installs myself. But they won't let me do that, which is fine. Well, we got other projects that we can do on the GSXR. This winter. So my plan wasn't actually to keep this bike, but the more I'm riding it, the more I have a really hard time coming up with the courage to sell it, because like, I mean, I got a good deal, so I was like, man, I'll just flip it. I always really wanted a Super Sport. I would have it, I'd ride it for a little bit, but the more I own it, the longer the longer I have it, the more I'm just addicted to it. And yeah, I'm wondering if I can I've been practicing clutch ups, but like this over here, That's like super slippery. Like I'll just spin back tire here. Watch. I'm just gonna roll in it into first. It's just gonna spin. Just spins. Come on. Oh, I can grip over here, so I can practice over here. That's good. I love that Suzuki growl. Oh man, I love it. Just right here. It just had that little growl to him. What's that, dude? Hurry, goodbye. Bye-bye. Hurry, goodbye. Oh, I will. How's if you key it on? Let's get down the road. Oh, my duck! Duck down. We'll fix you later. I want to go on the road. Cause I don't know if you see those clouds over there. They do not look friendly, but we should try to see if we can find a place to go take some pictures, huh? Okay. So I took the 750 over to the dealership today for some safety recalls. And originally when I called them and I told them, hey, I got the safety recalls, they're like, yeah, it's like a day and a half, and all they're doing is replacing the brake master cylinder and an adjustment block at the back for the back wheel. And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be like a day and a half. I was like, oh, okay. But if you drop it off at like 9 a.m., we'll have it back to you before the end of the day. I was like, okay, that's fair. So, because I know that stuff's really not that hard to do. And so I dropped it off at 9. I got back to work. 11 o'clock, they're like, hey, come get your bike. I'm like, oh, fantastic. So that mushy, oh yeah, dude, the mushiness out of that brake master is gone. Oh man, it feels so good. Man, that looks pretty gnarly. But it looks like we got some time before it gets out of hand. Trying to learn wheelies. It's not going so well. I know my issue is I'm not giving enough throttle. Baby steps, baby steps. Little baby wheelie. I need to get a new jacket. My jacket's like falling apart. And to be fair, it's the original jacket I used to ride with back in like, oh man, when did I? 2008? 2009? Yeah. That's how old it is. Wow, look at them clouds. We got some weather coming. I've been thinking that I want to do like different mirror setup, because like these are kind of they're a little tired, and then like there's some faded and everything. I just don't know what exactly I want to do to it just yet. I gotta figure out. I kind of love them when they do like the mirrorless look, but then I have to have mirrors. I don't know if like I must be the only one or what, but to me, like, mirrors are so important. I have this fear of sitting at a red light and not seeing who's coming up behind me. Oh, it makes me so nervous. Woo! Got a front wheel came up. That was interesting. Also misshifted like a son of a bitch. That was embarrassing. God dang. I hope this GoPro does these clouds justice, guys. I know I keep like bringing it up, but man, these things look massive. We got some rain coming. Oh, we need it. Where can I go take pictures? Where can I go take pictures? Everywhere I'm thinking, there's like trees everywhere. Let's see how it looks like at the lake. Maybe at the lake. Man, so like I said earlier, I bought this with the intentions of only owning it for a little while. I really wasn't, I just thought it was like, first I felt sick when I bought it, because I was like, what the hell am I doing? This is a lot of bike. It's rusty. It's been 10 years since I rode a big bike. I mean, the Ninja 650 I was borrowing for a while felt like a rocket ship, which then this turned out to like feel like a freaking monster, you know. And I was just like, what am I doing? But the more I ride it, the more I get used to it, the more comfortable I feel with it, the more I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep it. I got it for a really good deal because it just didn't run right. The guy was like super behind on the maintenance. He had to do the safety recalls on it. Like, I spent very little time getting this thing up and going. I wonder if I can come up here, take pictures of the lake in the back, and then like see what they say over here. Reserved parking. I just want to get a couple pictures of this. Let's see. Park hours 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I just want to take a picture real quick. That's what I'm gonna do. It's getting hard to justify selling it because it's paid for. I mean, I don't really. I was still looking at the R7. I really want the R7. I waited like forever to find a dealership that had one sitting that I could just take a look at and maybe test ride. And it took like 2 months, 3 months until one actually called me and said, hey, I have one in stock. And I went and took a look at it. And I mean, it was beautiful, but like ergonomically, I found it less comfortable than my Gixxer, which I just found it to be really weird. So yeah, I checked out the R7, and I just wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't what I really wanted. After owning the 750 for a while, to me it just didn't make sense. Also, guys, I suck at photos, just so you know. We got what we came for. Let's get going home. So why did I choose a 750? I wanted to go through the natural progression. I desperately wanted to kind of redeem myself from when I was 18 years old and I had my GSX-750F, which back then I thought it was hot bananas, when in reality it was just premium mediocre. And to make it worse, I put it in a ditch, totaled it, and then kind of just fell out of bikes. I felt really defeated. And so like the 750, because like when I was 18, the 750 was my end goal. I didn't really want a 1000. And I've ridden 1000. I rode a ZX10 a couple of years ago, before about 4 years ago, and that bike scared me. That bike was so fast, and I just know that I have self-control to an extent, and if I have something that powerful, my self-control is going to be questioned every time I turn the key on. It's just one of those things. But yeah, but like the 750 is like such a perfect medium. Like you can keep up with 1000s. Like I was on the highway. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the R1 was pulling away from me, but he wasn't leaving me. I don't know what year R1, and there's probably R1 guys are gonna like, oh, that's some wrong. Well, I mean, I don't care. Like, I kept up. I could keep the person in my vision. To me, that's pretty good. In comparison to what I used to ride back in the day, I call it pretty good. I've never gone this way before. Lies. This is a fun little back road just around town before I get back on the highway and go home. But there's a little incline down here, and then it's just like hilly. It's so much fun. I don't know. I'm fulfilling the 18-year-old, 20-year-old dream that I had, and like I love it. I get on this bike and it feels like home. I feel like I belong on it. I just think about riding it. I can't stop thinking about riding it. It's not as hoony and fun as a Grom, though I imagine I could have some hoon shenanigans with this bike, but like ideally it just wouldn't be safe. And so when I have hoon energy, I don't ride this bike at all. I stay off this bike. I'll get on the Grom and just deplete all my hoon energy, or what I like to call is Grom energy. I just get it all out of the way, and then when I go back to being a mature 34-year-old adult, I hop back on the Gixxer. This thing is such a dream on the highway. It just cruises and oh man, I don't know. It's everything I ever thought it was going to be when I was 20 years old. And I like that it doesn't have any of the crazy electronics. I love simplicity. Simplicity is key, in my opinion. Oh, dude, that's a bump. I bet if I hit that a little harder, I would jump. No, not today. Not on the Gixxer. And these are affordable. Like, they're affordable. I was finding them all day for like $5 to $7 grand, $8 grand for like a 2011, 2008 750s. And to me, that's like, dude, that's a lot of performance for that kind of money. I love the Gixxer 750. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I was planning to sell this bike, flip it, and switch to like an XSR-900 or an R7. I no longer really have a desire for the R7. I still have somewhat of a desire for the XSR-900. So I'll keep an eye out for one of those, for sure. But when it comes to like needing to switch bikes, nah. It's no joke why, like, I mean, Salt the Wound has kept his bike for 5 years, and he's put like 50,000 miles on it. And, you know, there's a video I saw of a guy who's like, hey, I got 70,000 miles on my Gixxer 750. And his was a 2012, 1 year older than this one. Just maintain them, and they'll keep treating you right. And ride responsibly. Ish. Great bikes. Great bikes. And if you own a Gixxer 750, why don't you let me know what year you got? another thing I absolutely love about this bike is, like, I'm at 4,000 RPMs. I got power. Man, I got power. I love the fact that I got power. It is amazing. I don't gotta get this thing to 10,000 RPMs to move. And I was in 5th gear. Anyways, hey, that's it for this episode, guys. I know it's kind of like a short one. I just haven't done a video on the GSXR-750. It's been all about Grom content on TikTok. And like, I love the Grom. Don't get me wrong, I love the Grom. But Gixxer, like, I love my Gixxer, bruh. I'm gonna go buy a muscle tee and go hit the gym. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.